Hey everybody, it's Matt from This and That with Matt, and it's Wednesday, so we know what that means. It's a wacky, wild, or weird Wednesday. Instead of that, I'm going to call it a Wet My Whistle Wednesday because, as I promised, I'm going to try a few beers, and I'm going to tell you what I think of them, and I'm going to make you jealous because I'm drinking them and you aren't. So what I'm going to try is it's a German beer variety pack. Bring that in close. I'm going to read this real quick for you. It's the Warsteiner Variety Pack. These are all brewed and canned in Germany. You can probably find this at your local craft brew shop or something like that. I'm going to try 3 of them. One's going to be a German Pilsner. Okay. One's going to be Brewer's Gold. And the last one is going to be called a Dunkel. That seems to be a little bit darker one. So let me give you a little bit of background information on this. Brewed and canned in Germany by Warsteiner Brewery, blah, 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 imported to the United States. Comes into Westchester, Ohio. Okay, this is interesting. These cans are not 12-ounce cans. These are 11.2 fluid ounces, so I'm kind of getting gypped there. But it is what it is. So let's see what it has to say. Okay, the Warsteiner Premium German Pilsner, which is this one right here. I'm going to hold it up and read. We Germans are known for being pretty serious people, but there's one thing that puts a smile on our face is the clean, refreshing taste of a Warsteiner Pilsner. Brewed with hand-selected hops, spring barley malt, and extra soft brewing water from the Arnsberg Forest Nature Park. So this one, to me, I would assume this is probably kind of like your general baseline, drinking beer. The next beer we have is Brewer's Gold, and I'm gonna hold that one up. That's the black can. Our new unfiltered German beer specialty. Smooth and malty taste with hints of honey and caramel while mastering the art of being refreshingly tasty as you're used to any form of beer from Warsteiner. As a little thank you, we named it after the unique hop that's responsible for its perfectly well-balanced flavor, Brewer's Gold. That makes sense now, okay? So I would bet that this is kind of mid-range, maybe a little bit more hoppy. I wouldn't say it's IPA-ish, but it probably has a little bit more bite to it than the Pilsner. The last one I'm going to try is the Dunkel. It's interesting. These have 4.8, 4.8, and 5.2% alcohol percent per volume. The Premium Dunkel. Speaking of Dunkel, anybody in the comments can tell me the name of the original co-host with Ryan Seacrest on the first season of American Idol. This beer is a hint. That's all I'm going to say. All right, this one is for the connoisseurs, the experts. That's me. I'm going to say it right here. I'm a beer snob. I can't be a beer snob if I drink PBR, but I'm going to call myself a beer snob because I'm sarcastic. It's one of my gifts to you. So it's in the vibe of the shirt, everybody. It's in the vibe of the shirt. All right, this one's for the connoisseurs, the experts, the one who take beer as seriously as we do, because we take beer seriously. Enjoy the full-flavored, smooth taste of notes of roasted malt and the subtle bottom fermenting yeast tones. At least they didn't say bottom feeders. So yeah, so I'm going to bet that this is going to be a little bit darker. It's going to be a little bit darker. It's going to have a little bit more of a caramely, maybe a little bit maltier, a little bit more of a rounded flavor. Now, something interesting, you'll notice on a couple of these cans it says naturally brewed according to the German purity law. Now, for the uninformed, that sounds horribly reminiscent of a past time in Germany that is not cool to talk about. However, after doing some research, it's not. And in fact, right about here, I'm gonna put up a little. I'll put up a little picture and tell you what it is. Basically, the German purity law is one of the oldest laws in beer making. It allows only for water, barley, and hops to be used in brewing beer. No other ingredients. So they take their brewing seriously. I think that law was passed in like the 1200s or something like that. So yeah, so I think I'm going to start off with the Pilsner. Then I'm going to go to the Gold. Then we'll go to the Dunkel. So we're going to open these up. Listen to what it sounds like. Here we go. Here's the first one. Okay. Not much. Okay, not much of a pop or a hiss or anything like that. Not too much there. Let's do a pour. I'm gonna get critiqued on my pour, so that's cool. You know, I'm all right with that. You can already see that's a really light golden. That's a really light Pilsner. On their website, they actually tell you how to pour this in one of those tall, thin glasses. Tells you to pour 2 fingers under, and the head should go to 2 fingers above. That's a pretty damn cool one. So that's I'm gonna put these in order. So that is my German Pilsner. Next, we're gonna go and open up. I'm trying to center the camera. Next, we're gonna open it up on the Brewer's Gold. Warsteiner Das Enzingquer, unfiltered smooth taste German beer specialty. It's weird too because oh, these have expiration dates just like MREs do. 3/3/2023. I'm drinking this beer out of date. Let's see, what's this one say? 2/28/2023. All right, I better get drinking these. So So let's open this one up. So this is the Brewer's Gold. Let's hear what this sounds like. Again, nothing there, quiet, not much. Let's see how this one pours. Cut my head off a bunch in this video. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, this one's a little bit darker. This one is definitely a little bit darker. It's got a little bit more of that honey. It looks like a little bit of honey in there. Kind of put that in there. That's a little bit darker compared to the first one. It's not too bad. That's a pretty decent pour. That also seems to have, it doesn't have sediment in it, but it definitely is, it definitely looks organic, but that's a lot of the carbonation coming up. Last but not least, we're going to open the Dunkel. And again, anybody in the comments can guess the original co-host of the first season of American Idol with Ryan Seacrest. Last video I posted something about my shirt, and Mike Kreischer got my shirt. Josh Blue, that's my boy Blue! My boy Blue, hilarious guy. So let's open this one up. Again, neither of these gave a real pop. A lot of these don't seem to be heavily carbonated. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh yeah, that one's even a bit darker. I wouldn't say none of these are porter. None of these are. It's funny, that one had the least amount of carbonation. The Dunkel. So that's the Dunkel. That's a bit dark, but it's not as dark as like it's not as dark as like a Guinness or a Black and Tan or a Yingling Black or anything like that. So here's your Dunkel. There's your Gold. And there's your Pilsner. So as we say, this is a Pilsner. I'm going to bet that this is closest to like the American beer we drink here. So I'll get a smell. It smells like a normal, smells like a run-of-the-mill, off-the-shelf, everyday summertime drinking beer. Let's take a taste. That was a big taste. That's good. That's refreshing. Just a hint of heart. You can just a barely hint of the malt. No real bite on that one. No real no bitterness, no extra hoppiness in that one. That's a good summertime sitting on your porch drinking beer. Now, let's try the Brewer's Gold. Best part is this is I have to drink all of these. So I you know, like I said in my Monday's video, I will carry this burden, you know, upon my shoulders, and I will wear this badge of honor on my sleeve, having to drink the beer, and kind of all ties into my shirt. It's been one of those days. So here's the Gold, a little bit darker. The interesting thing, those heads disappear like right away. It's only been about 3 minutes since I poured them, and those heads are already gone. This one smells a little bit deeper, a little bit more rich. Excuse me for a moment. Read my box here. This does have a taste of honey in it. This is the Brewer's Gold. It's got a sweetness to it. It doesn't have the bite of the Pilsner. Let me go back to this one. The Pilsner has that, I don't want to use the word cheap beer, but the Pilsner has that bite that we're all familiar with, you know, your standard everyday beer. The Gold, you know, pretty appropriately named, by the way, has, it's more of a rounded sweetness. It's weird. It's a mellower beer. It's got a rounded sweetness on it. So last but not least is the Premium Dunkel. So like I said, these are between 4.8 and 5.2% alcohol. So this is the Dunkel. It's funny, it's been 5 minutes and the head is almost gone. Carbonation is pretty much gone. Oh, excuse me, everybody. Yeah, this is supposed to have like a little bit of roasted malt and some bottom fermenting yeast tones. So cheers, everybody. It smells pretty mellow. Oh yeah. It's interesting, and I don't know if it's the power of suggestion. The second you drink this, let me drop the box, sorry. The second you put that in your mouth, and you start to swallow it, you definitely taste the fire roast. You definitely taste the burnt, or not the burnt malt, but the roasted malt. You can taste the smokiness. It's in the back of your throat here. Kind of, moves in through your cheeks. This is a good beer. It's, you know, hang on 1 second. Let me try it again. It's not bad, but it's kind of a one note. I'm not a cilantro fan. So whenever I order Mexican food, I'm very careful not to put cilantro, because cilantro is one of those herbs that like will overpower a dish, and all you taste is cilantro. Although not bad, all I taste is the roastedness of the malt, or the roastedness of the barley. And there's the flavor in the back of your throat. It's not a unpleasant flavor, but it's not something that you go, oh wow, I need to drink like 5 of these. So I'm gonna go back to the Brewer's Gold. And it's funny because after drinking the roasted, this is ironic. You drink the roast, you drink the Dunkel, you get the fire, you get the smoke, you get the roast. You take a sip of this, first thing you taste is honey. It's really interesting how we can convince ourselves what we're going to taste because of what's in the beer. You can literally taste the honey. It's not like you take a spoonful of it, but there's a really good honey. Honey's really in the forefront. It's not sweet. I don't want you to think it's sweet, but can taste that honey. And then we're going to go back to this one. This is the Pilsner. This is like Stroh's, OV, Schlitz, you know, Budweiser, you know, all the typical, you know, American breweries. That one is basically, yeah, that's your back porch drinking beer. Out of all three of them, I'd have to say that my favorite is the Brewer's Gold. I'm a dark person. I drank this in my last video. I like my dark beers. I like my porters. I love Guinness. I love Edmund Fitzgerald Porter. I love milk stouts. I tend to lean towards a darker beer. My second favorite beer is like your Irish red beer, like your Sullivan's Brewing, or you know, a couple other brewers that are escaping my mind. But I'm surprised that I don't like the dark one the most here. I think the roasted flavor is just a little bit too aggressive on the palate. Kind of sticks with you a little bit. But overall, I would have to say it's a very enjoyable experience. I mean, if you get this 15 pack, I think it rated like 22, 23 bucks. You're not going to down these in a couple of sittings. You're going to enjoy this beer. Like, there were 5 of each like this. You could, you know, mow the lawn. You can drink this all day. Having a cigar. Ooh, cigar. That'd be okay with the cigar. It would tie in with that. Very slow drinking. Very, excuse me as if I burp again. Oh, that's disgusting. I would edit that out, but I'm not gonna, because I just don't do that stuff. This would go good with like a nice Honduran cigar or something like that. Something where you're not gonna drink it really fast, but you're gonna just kind of take a couple sips while you're enjoying the day. As I take another sip. And then this one right here, I think this is the winner. I would drink this. It's interestingly cloudy, but it's not like sedimentary. It's not like when you brew your own beer, you get all the sediment and stuff like that. Yeah, I like this one. This would go good with like dinner. This would go good with like a burger or steak. You know, steak and yeah, like sitting down to a decent meal, you could have that. So again, I'm gonna jump out of frame here. I'm gonna go downstairs for a second. Hand. Did I fool you? Not really. It's Wednesday. It's Wacky, Weird, and Wild Wednesday. It's actually a Warsteiner Wednesday too. Hey, look at that. Didn't even plan that, ladies and gentlemen. Did not even plan it. It's a Warsteiner variety pack. I tried the German Pilsner, I tried the Brewer's Gold, and the Dunkel. I like this one the best, I like this one the second best, and this one the third. I would drink any of these, and I will finish these upstairs, and I do have a couple left in the fridge that I'll be trying. But again, I thought it'd be kind of cool. Oh Christ, I forgot my pretzels, and I forgot my mustard upstairs. Well, maybe I'll just have that later on then. Yeah, so it's Wednesday. It's a Weird, Wacky, and Wild Warsteiner Wednesday. That's 4 W's, man. That's a pretty good. I'll take that. I'll take that for the win. That's 5. It's a Wacky, Weird, and Wild Warsteiner winning Wednesday. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 W's. I'm cool with that. We'll leave it at that. If someone can get 7 next week, we'll figure it out. I'm Matt from This and That with Matt. Today's Weird, Wacky, Wild Warsteiner winning Wednesdays. Thanks for hanging with me, everybody. I'm approaching that 250 mark again. I'm gonna say this all the time. I'm gonna threaten you. I'm gonna threaten you with a live stream. If I hit 250, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I really appreciate all the support. I really appreciate all the comments and all the interaction I get on the channel. I try to do things my way. I try to do things off the cuff. Again, like I said before, I don't do a whole hell of a lot of editing. I kind of just edit the beginning, edit the end, and kind of just let it run. At like 19 minutes, and I try to keep them under 10, and this is the second video in a row. My last video was like a half hour long, and people seem to like it. I got pretty good run time. People, didn't click through the whole thing, and I got some pretty cool comments. Tried to keep up with the shirt game again today. Haven't worn this one in a long time, so I figured I'd bring the shirt game. And I appreciate everybody's support. Please like, please subscribe, please share. Thanks everybody. I really do appreciate it. I'm Matt from This and That with Matt, and it's a beer drinking Wednesday. I'm going to go finish these upstairs. I will see you Saturday with a Survival Saturday. Hope everybody has a great night. Hope everybody has a great rest of the week. Cheers to everybody, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.